Good evening from Alice Springs, Northern Territory, Australia. I am your host and presenter, Murray Stewart, and this is episode 986 of Blind Magic in Alice Springs. We've heard a lot over the past week about the rauters, about the criminals, and about the rip-off merchants in the National Disability Insurance Scheme. But where are the disability advocates? Where are they? I want to hear from them. And I want to hear from them because some of the advocacy organisations can be also held to account for where things are currently at with the National Disability Insurance Scheme. And when I say that, I often spoke about what was going on in that space with some of those organisations out there literally barracking for people to be disabled. Yes, there has been hundreds of thousands of people added to the scheme who are questionable. And this has added to the weight of the scheme on the taxpayers of Australia. I want to hear from the advocates. I want to hear from those participants who have benefited from the scheme, because there's so much to be proud of with the National Disability Insurance Scheme. What it has achieved has been unbelievable for many, many of the participants, but also for all of us as Australians. We have seen an increased number of people with disabilities added to the employment of our nation. Added to the employment list of those who are gainfully employed in Australia. And we've also seen, therefore, an increased participation of people with disabilities in our volunteer corps. And we've seen children added to those who have been integrated into our education system right alongside of their peers. All of this adds to the economic, social and community fabric of Australia. But I haven't heard this. I haven't. It's about time people came out of their corners, because where have they been? I have not heard the positives of the National Disability Insurance Scheme over this past week. And unless we do hear from them, the taxpayers of Australia will say enough is enough. And they will not be prepared to not only support the scheme, but to vote for the parties who will support the scheme. And if that happens, we will lose the scheme. So yes, I do want to hear for those who are prepared to barrack for the scheme, who are those who are prepared to advocate for the scheme, and therefore ensuring that the National Disability Insurance Scheme does survive, does thrive, and does flourish. We have also seen an increased number of women added to the employment force. Oh yes, the participation of women in the workforce has increased because of the National Disability Insurance Scheme. There are so many positives. There are so many reasons as to why this scheme must continue. I, for one, can talk of the scheme. And not only have I continued to be a participant in the workforce, but I also am now a survivor of both my heart attack and my strokes. It wasn't just the medical system that saved me, it was my support team. I'm proud of them, I'm grateful for them, and I'm incredibly grateful for the National Disability Insurance Scheme, therefore. I just want to hear more positives, because there are plenty. All right, folks, that has been episode 986 of Blind Magic in Alice Springs.